I want y'all to listen very, very closely when they use Uranus, Pluto, Saturn. Listen, please listen. This is what they're hiding.
Uranus combined with Pluto.
It's a drastic change in the way the economy runs overall. They're attempting to make a drastic shift. So this is the hothouse rush into electric vehicles and trying to redo the entire economy. Uranus, Pluto, a drastic change. And if you also notice, the Sun is conjunct Mercury at 0 to 1 Capricorn. Now, what effect is that? And what I related that to was doxing, words escape and have consequences, discrimination through words, that you have to be more careful what you say. Particularly online, we found that out. And also, this chart has Mars square Pluto, and that is the widespread increase in violence, which you're seeing everywhere because they're not enforcing the laws. So Mars Pluto squares, I doubt you can get through 20 years without a great amount of violence. Also, we have Pallas, which is the asteroid, which has to do with intellectual brilliance. It also rules pointed objects. It is square Apollon. Now, Apollon is a Uranian planet that has everything to do with distribution. So if someone is into marketing and distribution, they probably have a strong Apollon. Jupiter is big, Apollon is many. So the Pallas square Apollon, I said to myself, what could that possibly be but something, some new development in technology that's available to everybody? And I think I think we see it right now. Artificial intelligence. Also, Pallas, because Pallas Athena had a spear, those pointed objects, bows, arrows, lances, javelins.
Listen.
Needles. Many people got injections. So you could read a lot from this chart. These tend to be longer term influences that you see for at least 10 years, probably 20.
Something else the horoscope promises from a Uranian perspective is the destruction of economic value because of a pandemic.
Neptune and Vesta are in the same place. Now, Vesta is an asteroid, and I first studied the asteroid with the lady who introduced them to astrology, Eleanor Bach, and she said Vesta is in vestments. You want to keep something safe and sacred, so it's maintaining things, keeping them secure. All stock traders, people who trade in stock, bonds, and paper, have a strong Vesta. You have Neptune Vesta here. That's the same configuration that Bernie Madoff and Charles Ponzi had in their natal charts. False Neptune securities, Vesta. And here you have it. It was set off during the collapse of Sam Bankman-Fried's cryptocurrency scam, because the Neptune Vesta equals Vulcanus and Apollon. Now, Apollon, I mentioned, is widespread. Vulcanus means it's extremely widespread. And if you read in the book, and I've got that right in front of me, it says Neptune Vulcanus, epidemic, infection, inflation, destruction of prosperity, great deterioration, corruption, and spread of corruption. So I think it's this autumn that configuration gets set off again. So I'm predicting another big wipeout somewhere in the investment world, probably in cryptocurrencies because it's so new. So that's another major configuration. That's Neptune Vesta equals Apollon Vulcanus.
So we can read a lot about the pandemic and indeed the period up to 2030 or maybe even 2040 just from this horoscope. Now, the interesting thing from today's perspective,
So what they're saying, y'all, y'all got to understand everything is energy. If you do not understand or don't want to understand that, this video is not for you. When you understand that everything is energy, then you start looking at everybody, everywhere, everything as a spiritual, energetic, vibrational experience. So with them knowing that, what these planets and asteroids and being conjunct and square and trine and sextile and all these other things, with them knowing everything is energy, and when it is here, when it is aspecting Pluto, it does this. You're going to continue. What goes up must come down. The things you do comes back all around. Everything just keep on spinning. And every time it comes back around, they change the color, they'll change the spots. You get what I'm saying? But it's the same thing, but they just manipulated how you perceive that same thing. That Jesus Christ story is the same thing. It's just got a different name on it. It was Yeshua, it was Zeus, it was Yakub. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing with a different name. So if y'all don't learn this, This is how they're rich. You got to ask yourself, how in the world they don't do nothing and they are billions, and trillionaires? Because they're using the universal alignments to align every event that they want to manifest by keeping us stuck energetically. You get me? You got me? Because they're doing things from the low vibration of the energies. So they project it onto us, make us think about it and feel some type of way about it, and it manifests. Nobody has power over this world, because the world is the world, and the world will always be the world. It's been here for billions of years. They're manipulating us energetically because we have a universe within us. My Pluto is in the second house. My Uranus is in the second house. You get me? You got me? So that means that house is the house of your money, your value, your worth. I've learned to love myself like I do on this job. Do not come for me. You don't have no authority over me. I don't care what position nobody sit in. This is the thing that programmed us to believe that because somebody's in a position, the president or the governor or the teacher or the preacher, they have authority over you. They have power. No! We all are equal. You see what I'm saying? We have a right to pursue our own happiness and liberty. Nobody gets to tell us how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, where to do it, and who to do it with. So and when y'all learn that, this is when y'all gonna wake up. Go watch that video. I watched that video 4 times. Because every time you watch it, you hear another gem and another gem and another gem. Astrology is what they're hiding, y'all. This is what they're hiding. And they use people in Hollywood to pull energy from the people by keeping them entertained. Enter means to go within you. They got to go within you here, 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 the vagina, the anal. You see? Tain means to keep them there. So if you're not seeking yourself, they're triggering something that's already in you. You see what I'm saying? And mint is your mind. God says, I am the head, not the tail. You see what I'm saying? No one comes through to, you got to get here first. You got to go in your eyes first, nose, ears, mouth, and your organ, your feelings, skin, to affect the heart, to affect the spirit. You get me? You got me? I'm going to keep talking. It's time for us to do black magic. I keep saying black magic. Voodoo and hoodoo. And send that energy back to these people who is putting this out in the world. This energy of control. This energy of dominance. This energy of oppression. This energy of lies. This energy of deceit. This energy of tricks. See what I'm saying? By doing what I told y'all to do. They got many ways that you can do and send magic back to people. This is what the why is spiritual. See, we're not fighting spiritually. You see, we keep on being conformed to the world and not transformed by the renewing of our own mind. You see, cast your net to the right. That's your right brain, Christ consciousness. That's what that means in the Bible. It don't mean whatever they said. Cast your net to the right. That 10%, you see, that nobody wants to unlock. That is the key. 10% is oneness. Reset. Yes? Let this sizzle in your spirit.